guys, it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so a little bit different setting right now. That is because I am finally doing something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that is to declutter my makeup collection. I asked you all on Instagram if this is something that you would like to see or if this is just something that I should do behind the scenes. And you are all very interested in seeing me declutter my makeup collection. So that is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be broken down into parts so it's not super long. So today I am gonna be decluttering my eyeshadow palettes. And let me tell you, I have quite a few. Didn't realize how many eyeshadow palettes I have. So we're gonna go through those. We're gonna pull some out that I'm definitely going to get rid of. We're going to pull ones out that I definitely want to keep, and then there are going to be some where I'm on the fence about whether I keep them or not, whether I give them away. By the way, any of these palettes that I am getting rid of, it's not really sanitary for me to give them away. So don't ask for any of them. It's just not sanitary for me to give them away. The ones that I'm giving away, I'm going to give to my mom because it's my mom. But the rest, because they've heavily been used, I can't really donate them or anything like that, so they're just gonna have to go. But yeah, so if you are interested in seeing me go through my entire eyeshadow palette collection, be sure to stay tuned for part 2 and part 3. I think I'm gonna do one part entirely for lip products, and then I'll do another part of like blushes, highlighters, contours, bronzers, things like that. Lump them together because I don't have as many of those. I think there will be 2 more parts coming, but today we are doing eyeshadow palettes. So if you're interested, keep watching. All right, so all of my eyeshadow palettes are in one of those, it's a drawer set from IKEA. It's about 9 different shelving drawers that are in it, and I have about 3 of these are eyeshadow palettes. So we're gonna go through all 3. The bottom one just has like nail and candle stuff in it, so we're gonna ignore that one for now. But we are gonna start in this drawer right here, which is a lot of miscellaneous stuff and a lot of older stuff. And there's one palette in here that I'm gonna be very sad to get rid of, and I don't know if I can, but it's old and expired, but I just gotta do it. So let us begin. So the first thing is this Lisa Frank one. It's still in the box, so I'm not tossing this one. This one I will keep, but it's still in the box because Luke got me 2 versions, even though it's the same palette inside, but he got me the unicorn one as well as the tiger one. I'm currently using the tiger one, so I'm not getting rid of this. Next is the Tartiest Pro from Tarte. This is the one that pains me to toss because I love everything about this palette. This palette I have had far too long. I'm sure it's expired as heck, but I absolutely love it. I may have to, if it still exists, may have to get another one because I love this palette so much, but it's definitely got to be expired by now. It has to be. There's no way that it's not. It's like 5 years old, so it has to go. Oh, that pains me so much. Next is the Too Faced Beauty Daydreamer. Now, this one I liked, and I used it for quite some time, but I haven't reached for this probably, I don't know, like 2 years, so I'm gonna get rid of it. It's cute, and it's got like some highlighters and blush in there too, but I never use it anymore. NYX Mystic Petals. I don't think I've ever used this. I don't even know why I got it. It's not really something that I'm interested in, so goodbye. So these next 3 are from NYX's like steampunk little series that they did. This first one is Grind. The colors are really pretty. I am going to get rid of all 3 just because I don't use them, and I don't know, they were kind of patchy when I would use them, so maybe I just didn't use them correctly, but they were patchy as heck. So that's Grind. This one is Ignite. I rarely used this one, and this one is Steam. I think I used this one the least, so I'm getting rid of them. I got them just because they were like a steampunk thing. Next is the Kesha Rose collab palette from Hip Dot. I liked this thing, and the tassel is fun, but like I only used it like a handful of times. Really pretty colors. I'm not gonna reach for this one when I have those colors in other things. It was fun to make looks out of, but I'm not gonna keep that. This next one is called Glam Metals from Crown Pro. I think this came in a BoxyCharm or something like that. Rock Your Look. I loved the idea of it, you know, the whole rock thing. I used it a lot when I first got it in a BoxyCharm, but this literally came in a BoxyCharm like 4 years ago, so like it kind of needs to go. It was really cool. I liked the idea, but just it gotta go. Next is Love Disco Lust from NYX. I believe my mom got me this one. I am gonna keep it because I do like the shades in there, especially the shimmers, and she just got it for me, I think a year ago. So I am gonna keep this one because this is something that I definitely wear, especially like now, the winter time. I wear these colors more, so I'm gonna keep this one. Next is this palette from Winky Lux. It's the Kitten palette, I believe. This one also came in a BoxyCharm back when I got BoxyCharm. I loved it. I loved it. I love the shades shades, but I've had this for a while, so, and I haven't reached for it in probably 2 years. The packaging is super cute. Look at the little kitties. Super cute, but I'm just, yeah, no, it's gotta go. Gotta clear out. Next is Tarteist Pro Remix from Tarte, which is a whole lot of fun colors. I've only had this for about a year and a half. Palettes don't expire until after a couple of years, so I'm gonna keep this one. I haven't used it in a bit, but maybe if I clear out my palettes, I'll use it more. I just really like Tarte stuff. Also, there's so many shimmers. So like, even if I can't make a full look out of what's in here, I can use a lot of what's in here. Next are these Ultimates from NYX. This first one is called Ash. I'm pretty sure I've never even used this before. I definitely just stuck my finger right into one of them. Pay no mind to that. Definitely stuck a fingernail right into that silver one. I'm going to toss this because I don't think I've used it. In fact, the plastic is still in there, except for now when I've stuck my finger in it. This one is Smokescreen. Again, it looks like I've used it maybe once, but I don't use that. So I'm going to get rid of that one. Pretty colors, but just not enough for me to keep it. And then we have the Brights palette, which I have never used, and I'm actually going to keep this. I do have a lot of other palettes with rainbow colors in it, but I haven't used this. I think I've only had it for about a year and a half, and I'm going to keep it because I might be able to do something with it. If I don't do anything with it, like in 6 months or something like that, I'll get rid of it. But you know, if I'm thinning stuff out, I might be able to make something, you know? All right, this next one is going to pain me to get rid of, but it is Too Faced Natural Love. I've had this palette for God knows how long. Way too long, actually. Yes, I've hit pan on a few of these. It looks like 2 I've hit pan on, but I haven't reached for this in like 2.5 years. Really pretty neutral palette, but again, I have a lot of neutrals right now, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Next is the NYX Ultimate Edit, and I believe, what is this one? Phoenix. So I just tried to open it. It's definitely still got the tape on it. I've never even opened this before. I love the colors in it, but honestly, I don't remember when I got it, so I don't know if it's expired. I always forget how you can actually tell when eyeshadow palettes are expired. I don't know if there's like a date on there that makes sense. I'm going to keep this one just because I haven't opened it, and maybe I'll find some use, but it'll be the same thing as the other palette from NYX, where it's like, if I don't use it in 6 months, I'll toss it. But the fact that the safety sticker is still on it, maybe I should give it a shot. Next, we have the NYX Mystic Petals palette in Midnight Orchard. The safety sticker is off this one, so I don't even know if I've used this because these shadows literally look like they've never been touched, but also they're not shades that I'm going to use. I'm not really big into purples, so I'm gonna toss this one. Next is a NYX Perfect Filter in Rustic Antique. This also still has the plastic inside. Don't think I've ever used it. I've had this for a while though, and despite the fact that I haven't used it, it's been a hot minute since I got this, like 3 years maybe? I could be very wrong about that, but I'm gonna get rid of it because I have so many other neutrals that I could use. Next is ColourPop Semi Precious. These are really pretty, but I'm pretty sure I got this in a BoxyCharm, and I haven't gotten BoxyCharms in quite some time, so I'm going to have to assume that this is on its way to being expired, and I'm not sure I'd use these. So kind of stinks that it was ColourPop. Man, ColourPop and a BoxyCharm? What? Kind of stinks, but I'm going to get rid of that. Next is Solar Flare by BH Cosmetics. This is like a baked eyeshadow palette. These are really gorgeous, but they never did well on my eyes. They were very patchy and not really noticeable, so I am going to get rid of this. Kind of stinks because these were really fun, but I've had it about 2 years, and I don't know, they didn't look like I anticipated them to look, so that's kind of a bummer. And the last one in this drawer is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. Now, I didn't actually buy this one. My mom gave it to me. She got it. She thought she was going to use it, never did. So she's like, oh, maybe Gretchen would like it. And so I took it for a little bit, and I used it maybe 5 times total. It's not my jam. I mean, yeah, the colors are really pretty, and I have other palettes that have these colors, so I don't really need this one. And again, it's just been sitting in this drawer. This drawer is usually the drawer that palettes go to if they haven't been used in a while. This is the drawer where palettes go to die. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. So we're obviously keeping the Morphe Lisa Frank one. I'm going to keep Tarteist Pro Remix. I'm going to keep the NYX Love Disco, the NYX Ultimate, the super colorful Brights one, and the NYX Ultimate Edit in Phoenix. And that's what we're keeping out of that drawer. All right, now we're moving on to this drawer, which has a lot of what I currently use. So this one's going to be a real fun one. So first we have Too Faced Gingerbread Spice. I do still use this one, usually only this time of year though, but it's got some really pretty browns in it, as well as a little pink in there. The shimmers are absolutely wonderful. I have been using this recently, so I am going to go ahead and keep it, but I might declutter it in 6 months. So I might just keep it for this season and then get rid of it. Next is Stone Cold Fox by ColourPop. I just got this a couple of months ago, so I'm totally going to keep this. I love this palette so much. This is such a good neutral palette. If you don't own this one, I highly recommend it because it's not that expensive either, and it gives you a whole lot to work from, so I'm going to keep this one. Next we have Sultry from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've hit pan on 2 colors. Definitely going to keep it until I wear it out, so keeping this one. Telling y'all, this is the drawer where everything I use is. The Nomad by Juvia's. I freaking love this palette. This is such a good fall palette. Like, everything about this is so good. Definitely not getting rid of it. It is phenomenal. Cannot recommend this one enough. Also, the formula is fantastic. Never experienced any patchiness. Maybe a little bit of fallout, but that's about it. It's so good. Going along with that as well, the Zulu by Juvia's. Oh my god, these colors are so much fun. They're so bright and just heckin' awesome. That yellow is one of my favorite yellows. I love yellow eyeshadow, so like, no, this is not going anywhere. Next is the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette from Morphe. I just got this one at least the early part of this year. I don't think it was for my birthday. I think it was before that, like Valentine's Day or something like that, because I know Luke got it for me. So I am definitely going to keep this one. Love these colors. Again, that yellow shade over there is absolutely perfect. The pinks and the oranges are wonderful. The browns are nothing to write home about. They're you know, they're just any old neutral, but I do like the shimmers, but I really like the brights a lot in this one. As we already mentioned, the Lisa Frank Morphe one. This is the one that I'm currently using. It's the same exact one as the other one that's still in the box, but I couldn't make up my mind if I wanted the tiger or if I wanted the unicorns. So Luke got me both because I couldn't make up my mind. So now I just have fun colors forever. Definitely keeping it. Next we have the James Charles Morphe palette. So, okay, there's one color that is completely hit pan. That's the color that I used to use on my eyebrows, and then I ran out. So then I had to find a new one. I'm totally going to keep this one. This one looks like it's seen better days, but I love the colors in this one, so I will be keeping it. Next we have the super colorful Morphe Rainbow palette. I love this palette so much. The problem is it's patchy as heck. It is so patchy, but like, do I keep it? Do I get rid of it? I feel like I've only had this for about a year, so I don't know. I have a lot of other rainbow ones, and this doesn't have like oranges that I truly like, and I don't reach for this one often, but it does have a navy in it that I don't have anywhere else. So I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. I haven't started a maybe one yet, but I'm gonna put it in the maybe one for now. Next is Too Faced Sweet Peach. I haven't reached for this one in God knows how long, so I'm definitely gonna get rid of it, but this is a really good one for anyone interested. I don't know if they make it anymore. Actually, I don't know about half these palettes if they make it anymore, but I loved this palette when it was, you know, hot for me. Not that way anymore, so I'm going to get rid of it because I just don't reach for it. Following along with that is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette. Again, another one that I absolutely used to love so freaking much, and then just haven't used it in a really long time. So it's gonna go as well. Next we have these 2 little palettes from Huda Beauty. We have the emerald one as well as the amethyst one. I have learned over the years that I am not a purple eyeshadow person. I just can't seem to make it work for me. I don't know why. I want to, but I can't. So I'm going to be getting rid of this one, the Amethyst Obsessions. However, I do really enjoy green eyeshadows, so I think I'm going to keep the emerald one, get rid of the purple one, keep the green one, because this one is pretty fun. I don't use it a lot, but maybe I will in the next few months. If I don't, I'll get rid of it. Next is this palette from e.l.f. I honestly don't remember getting this palette. I don't know where it came from. Pretty neutrals. I've used e.l.f.'s palettes before. I'm not a fan. They're not just patchy, but they don't seem to, I don't know, they just don't seem to work for me, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Next is the Cremated palette from Jeffree Star. I don't know. I feel like this is one that I can get rid of because the Stone Cold Fox from ColourPop is very similar in shades. And now, I don't know, there are some in here that are really nice and I kind of like them, but for the most part, I'd rather reach for the Stone Cold Fox one. I'm gonna put this on in the maybe because there are some shades in here that I truly enjoy, but between Stone Cold Fox and this one, I'm gonna reach for Stone Cold Fox, so this will go in maybe. Next is Thirsty from Jeffree Star. I love this palette so much, and then it got discontinued. That yellow eyeshadow right there is probably my favorite yellow eyeshadow ever. absolutely love it. Whenever summer comes around, this is the palette that I reach for. I don't really like the shimmers that much or the glittery or anything like that, but I like the top row and the bottom row a lot. So I keep it for that. So I'm definitely going to keep this one. Then we have this Morphe palette. It is the 35M called Boss Mood. I forgot I owned this one. This one's really cool. Wait, why did I forget I owned this one? It's probably because I pushed it to the back of the drawer. I'm going to keep this one because now that I've like refound it, I kind of want to play with it. I completely forgot about this one. That's a bummer because those greens at the top are really pretty. So for this drawer, we're going to keep the Morphe as well as Thirsty. We're going to keep the little Huda Beauty Emerald one. We're going to keep the James Charles palette. Going to keep the Jaclyn Hill palette. Absolutely going to keep Juvia's palettes. Those are amazing. Cannot recommend them enough. Stone Cold Fox. Absolutely. Sultry and Gingerbread Spice. And then I am going to put, since I've got another Lisa Frank one down here, I'm going to put this one down here as well. All right, so the final drawer that I have for this is a lot of Jeffree Star and a little bit of Morphe. So there are a few in here that I definitely want to get rid of just because I don't use it. And we're going to start. First one, Blood Sugar by Jeffree Star. So I'm definitely keeping this because one of the shades in here, it's this one. It's Cherry Soda right here. That's what I currently use on my eyebrows to get the red color, so I can't get rid of this one. I don't really use this on my eyes at all, but I just want that shade right there. I could just depot it. Could do that. But I also might eventually use this one. So I am going to keep this one just for that main reason. Next is the Jawbreaker palette. I absolutely love this palette so much. I've like completely destroyed it. Again, yellow eyeshadows are just my kryptonite. I absolutely love yellow eyeshadows so much. These two, just the regular one at the top, the Wow, and then down at the bottom, the shimmer of Lemon Drop. Love those so much. I do love the other ones. I'm not too crazy about like the pastel colors, but I do still enjoy them. So I'm keeping that one. Next is this Morphe palette. It's 15B Brunch Babe. I used to use this one a lot. It's kind of blah to me, so I am going to get rid of that one just because it's just, I don't know. It's just not my thing anymore. It's a lot of shimmers. Not really my thing. I have other palettes that have similar colors, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. This other Morphe palette, 15H Happy Hour. I'm also gonna get rid of this one just because, again, I'm not reaching for this one a lot. So the colors are really pretty. I do like fiery sunset ones, but I can't remember the last time I used any of these. They're really pretty, but just not enough for me to keep it. Oh my god, how many Morphe palettes do I have? This one is Talkin' Flirty 18F. Apparently I've never used it. I should probably keep it then. I've never used this. Look, none of these have been used. Okay, like that one down there has been touched, kinda. I feel like I should keep it a little bit longer. I'll keep this one for 6 months, and if I haven't used it in 6 months, I'll toss it. Yikes. I haven't used this at all. All right, you can tell this one is old as dirt. Please look at the old Morphe logo on it. Also, I just opened it up and it stinks. So this one is heckin' expired. This is 35T. It smells so bad. It smells like weird Play-Doh or something. This has got to be expired. This was my first Morphe palette I ever got, and I'm pretty sure it was like 5+ years ago. It smells. I just opened it up. Oh my god, y'all. It smells like, you know, when you're in a kindergarten classroom and like all the arts and crafts stuff combined and it kind of is overwhelming and the fumes give you a headache. That's what this smells like. That's gotta go. Next is the Mini Controversy palette for Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. I'm getting rid of this. Do y'all remember the craze of trying to get these palettes and then how they'd be sold out and everyone was like, oh my god, I didn't get it, or oh my god, I got it. This was the one that I managed to grab from the first go around. I couldn't get the main one, but I could get this and I was so excited. Does it look like I've touched it? Does it look like I've touched it? Absolutely not. What is this color story? Yeah, no, bye. Next is the Mini Breaker palette from Jeffree Star. Again, this is another one where I'm like, what is this color story and why did I feel the need to get it? Again, a lot of purple shadows. Purple and me just, I love the color purple. Purple apparently doesn't love me, so this was not it and I will not be keeping it. Next we have the Alien palette from J Star. First of all, I don't like the shape of the palette, but I do love these colors a lot. And I surprisingly use this one a lot. So I am going to keep it even though this palette is awkward AF. I like it. I do like it a lot. These are really pretty greens and some browns in there. So I'm going to keep it. This palette shape it's a pain in the butt to store. So we're talking about how, you know, we always buy these things because there's so much hype behind it. This is definitely one of them. I'm sitting here saying how much that I don't like working with purple eyeshadows, yet my dumb butt goes out and gets J Star's Bloodlust palette. Someone please like just explain to me why I did that. I don't use this palette hardly ever. It's chunky, it's in the way, it takes up so much room. I never reach for this. Maybe that red over there, but I can't even use it on my eyebrows because it's shimmery. I gotta get rid of it. Stupid hype. Why did I get hype over this? I don't like purple eyeshadows, but I just had to get it because it was such a hyped thing. And let's not even begin to talk about hype. We have the Conspiracy palette, the actual and the full-size one. I was able to get one eventually. This one was so, I can remember picking Luke up from the airport one day, and I had gotten there early, and I was sitting in my car in the parking garage, and I just kept refreshing, trying to get this palette, and I eventually did, and I'm just like... Can I have that money back? And that time spent trying to get this palette. I like Cheese Dust and Flamin' Hot. I really like those two shades, but those are literally it. So I might depot this one and then get rid of the rest because I do really like those shades. There's so much fallout in this one. That Tanacon one up there. Oh my God, the fallout in that one is real. So I'm probably going to get rid of the entirety of this, but I might depot those shades that I like because they are kind of pretty. And the final one in here is another hype one, and I don't know why I got it because blues are not my thing at all, but Blue Blood from Jeffree Star. I think I used this maybe twice, maybe. Now, there is a really pretty one in there. I really like Ocean Ice and Blue Monday and Cremated, so I might, again, this might be a case of depotting some shades and then tossing the rest. I don't know how people make blue eyeshadow work because I certainly can't. This one's going in the maybe pile. So we are keeping the Awkward shaped alien as well as Jawbreaker, this Morphe 18F, and Blood Sugar. Wow, that cleared up a lot of space in that drawer. All right, so I do have some more palettes in this drawer of mine at my vanity, so we're gonna go through those really fast. The first one, so I caved and got this one. This is the ColourPop Nightmare Before Christmas palette. I literally just got this one, so it's not going anywhere. I literally just got it. It is really pretty. The color story doesn't make sense for Nightmare Before Christmas, but it is pretty, so obviously I'm keeping that. Also, ColourPop Witching Hour from the Hocus Pocus collection, the second one. I absolutely love these shades, so I will be keeping those. And then the first ColourPop Hocus Pocus collection. I just got all three of these this fall, so they're not going anywhere. Definitely keeping them. I love them. Moving on is Ornate from ColourPop. My mom got me this one, so I'm not tossing this one. She just got it for me this year. Do love it. Love it a lot. These reds are really pretty. The shimmers are really nice. I haven't used this recently, but I do like it, so I'm keeping that. Next is Tartlet Toasted from Tarte. I freaking love this palette so much. So much. This is such a good neutral. This is probably my favorite neutral one, even though it's kind of leans towards some oranges, but I'm definitely keeping this one. Love it. We do have the Animal Crossing little quads. This one is the Blathers one where it's called What a Hoot. I do like the browns. Haven't used this a lot, but I need to, so I'll keep that one. This one is another one. I don't know why I got it, but I think it's because of hype. This is La Belle of the Ball. Purples, and purples are just not my thing, so I do think I'm going to get rid of it. It's also a lot of shimmers, so I think I'm going to toss that one. We then have 5 Star Island. It's fun. It's also not my thing, so I think I'm going to get rid of this one as well. And then we finally have Nook Ink. These are some greens, like some minty greens. I'm going to keep this one because I do like my greens. I haven't used it a lot, so I think I'm going to keep those. Next we have one of the Smashbox like minimalist ones, and this is Cover Shot. I like this one a lot, so I'm going to keep that one. Good travel sized palette. Neutrals. We have Naked 2 Basics. I absolutely love this palette. Another one that is a good travel size one. As you can see, I hit pan. That shade right there, that's one that I just like do all over my eyes. So that. All right, then we have Soft Glam 2 from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This was before I could actually get the full size Soft Glam right there. Keeping it. Love this one. These are usually the palettes that I go for all the time. So another one of the Smashbox like minimalist ones. This one is, oh, they're all Cover Shot. This one's Punked Eye palette, so it's more grays, blacks, silvers, like cooler tones. So then that means this one is, oh, it's just minimalist eyeshadow, minimalist eye. This one is more warm taupe colors, whereas the other one is more silver, cooler tones. So we have Soft Glam from Anastasia. I freaking love this palette. This palette is amazing. So good. It's staying. It has to. Modern Renaissance, another really good one from Anastasia. Again, I've hit a pan on one of them. I really got to use this one more. It's more pinkies. I truly love this one though. So then we have Norvina by Anastasia. This one does have some purples in it, but the majority are pinks, browns, reds. I mean, it's a smattering. So yes, there is a purple in there, but it's only one shade, and I have to keep this one. It's so good. Next is Naked by Urban Decay. This is the first one. This is the original one. This is the one they don't make anymore, so it's not going anywhere. Love this thing. Riviera from Anastasia. I actually could part with this one. I don't use this one a lot. Oh, but that yellow one over there is really pretty. The shimmer one. I don't use this one a whole lot. It might do me some good to get rid of it. I do have other yellow shimmers. I think I'll get rid of this one. Next we have Naked Cherry. I just dropped the brush. I do really like this one. Haven't used it a whole lot, but I'm totally going to keep this one because it's a great one. All the reds, all the pinks. Love it. Next is Naked Honey. This palette is everything. I will not be getting rid of this one. This palette is absolutely everything I could want in a palette because it is all yellows and browns, but it's amazing. If I could only keep one palette, it'd probably be that one, honestly. Next is the Naked 2 one. I honestly could part with this one, but I think my mom really enjoys this one. So instead of just like tossing it completely, I'd probably just give it to her because she really likes this one. She has one. I don't use this one a whole lot, but I know she does. So I'll probably keep it for her. I'll put this in a mama pile, which is only one right now, but whatever. Next is Naked Heat. Another really good one, like oranges, browns. They're very fiery colors. I mean, duh, it's called Heat. So I'm gonna keep this one. Not doing very good in this drawer, am I? This is Naked 3, where it's like more of the pinks and everything like that. Again, I like this palette. I used to use it all the time. Haven't gone for it recently, so this is another one I think I'm gonna give to my mom. Then we have Naked Smoky. This is another palette I haven't used in a long time, but now that I'm looking at it, I kind of want to use it. So I'm going to keep this one too. Yes, I'm doing terrible right now. Don't anyone judge me. It's not going well in this drawer. And then I have the Lizzie McGuire ColourPop palette. This is another hype one. I got it because of all the buzz around Lizzie McGuire. Lizzie McGuire was my childhood. I loved that show so much. So when I saw this palette, I was like, I have to get it. I think I've used it twice. I'm going to keep it for now just because it literally came out this year and I've only used it a few times. So it's got a little bit of lifespan left in it. I'm going to keep it. We'll see what happens in 6 months. I might toss it then. So I just went digging in this drawer and I actually came across this one from Tarte. It's Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I apparently forgot I had this one, but I know this one is old as I don't know what because I'm pretty sure I was living in my apartment when I got this one. So it kind of bums me out because it got some pretty colors in it, but it's like 5+ years or something like that. So I'm going to toss that one too. So I'm going to keep Naked Smoky, Naked Heat, Naked Cherry, Naked Honey. I'm going to put them all right there. They're going to keep Plain Old Naked as well as Norvina, Modern Renaissance, Soft Glam. I need to clean this drawer out a lot. Then we're going to have ColourPop Hocus Pocus, the first one and the second one. Then their Nightmare Before Christmas one. Then we have little palettes of Soft Glam, Naked 2 Basics, Smashbox, Toasted, Ornate from ColourPop, and then these two from ColourPop that are the Animal Crossing ones. So this is just a quick little overview of the ones I'm getting rid of. Little pile going on here of all the palettes it's time to get rid of. Kind of sad because some of these are just, I don't know, they've got good memories associated with them, so it pains me to get rid of them. Especially like this Tardiest one, that one really pains me to get rid of because I love that one so much. But yeah, they gotta go. They gotta go. It's time to go. They've been in the drawer too long. All right, so that was my decluttering of my eyeshadow palettes. It's kind of cool to look at my drawers now and just see how nice and open they are for potential new palettes to come in. Maybe I'll like consolidate and put them all in one drawer just so I'm not going through a bunch of drawers. Actually, it might be better to keep them separated just so I can see them easier. Probably be easier to do that way. If this is something that you are interested in, again, I will be doing another part of decluttering my lip products, and then I'll be doing a third one of like decluttering highlighters, bronzers, contours, blushes, things of that nature. So if you're interested, stick around for those parts coming later. Special thank you to my patrons. You can help support the channel on Patreon while having access to videos early, viewing patron-only content, and more. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. Go on down there and hit that subscribe button wherever it may be, because I don't know. Even though I do, this is just my shtick now. Also hit that notification bell in case you want to know when I upload, and in case YouTube wants to let you know when I upload, because I would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye guys. That snap was awful. It's fine. It's fine though.